welcome. My name is Teresa Coltrane and I'm a positive mindset and lifestyle coach. And I'm so excited to be here with you on these videos, holding space, sharing all of my favorite healthy lifestyle tips to help you stay calm, grounded, and happy in your daily life. The world needs us more than ever to all feel happy, healthy, and connected to our purpose so that we can show up every day and serve each other. So I am dedicated to you on these videos to sharing all of my most favorite helpful tips that I have used along the way, along my life journey that have helped me and also have helped my clients. And more recently, I created a self-care guide just for you. So it's a beautiful guide and I'm so excited to share it with you. And it's really designed to help you start to incorporate healthy habits into your daily life that make sure that you stay grounded, feeling happy, calm, and fulfilled in your life, making sure you're living life according to your values, making sure you're living life on your own terms. And so as we're living in this fast-paced, busy time, and we're connected to all of our technologies with our phones and everything that's happening, everything is sped up in life and we're just speeding through life. And a lot of times if we are speeding through life, we're living in that fight or flight mode and we are not actually ever fully present in our bodies, in the moment, and just really taking, inventory in our life and just being present and observing and savoring all of the amazing moments that we have in life. So if you have found that you are feeling overwhelmed by everything that's been going on in 2020 with the COVID-19 and all the different lifestyle changes that we are undergoing as a whole entire world, and you may be dealing with a little bit of the fear of the unknown, this guide is really for you. It's a guide for all of us to remember how important self-care is for us during these challenging times. And so what I want to share with you are some tips that can really help you stay grounded and to help you start to navigate through your fear of the unknown and figure out how to exist every day during challenging times. So one of my favorite exercises in the guide, along with the self-care and self-development practices that are in here, is I start to talk about on page 4, how to manage the fear of the unknown. And I actually walk you through an exercise. But before we go through the exercise, I really want to talk to you about the importance of developing a self-care routine on a daily basis. And so what I mean by a self-care routine is that you are taking time and space for yourself that's uninterrupted time. So no kids around, no phone around, no TV, no computer, no distractions. And that may seem like a fantasy, especially if you have a house full of kids or you're in a busy environment, but it can and is possible for you to create this space for you. And it's so needed for your well-being. So the idea is if you can wake up before anyone in your household, waking up early, and just before the day starts, before you're starting getting emails and texts, have a moment to sit down and connect with yourself. And in this moment, you can take the opportunity to either try some sort of meditation practice or some sort of breathing practice. Some things that I recommend, there's an application called Headspace or an application called Unplug. I love both of those applications. They're great for beginners, especially if you're learning how to just be calm and still and just be present. There's a lot of activities on there leading you through some sort of guided breath practice or guided meditation. So if you're needing to find some grounding and de-stressing from your life to help you feel more centered each day, I highly recommend trying, some of these meditation practices. The other big thing that I love to share with people is a 3-point breath practice. Now, I've guided people a lot through other videos and through online social media through this 3-point breath practice. But the simple practice, it's very easy. You can do it anywhere, and we can actually do it really quickly now. So if you sit comfortable wherever you are, put everything down if you can. Maybe you have to hide in the closet if your household is busy, but do what you can to just sit in a quiet space with your spine tall and straight, your chin is tucked in, and you can close your eyes. And we're gonna go ahead and inhale for 5 seconds through your nose. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now exhale your breath through your nose for 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is a simple practice that you can do, and I recommend doing it at least 3 times. And so you can do that when you first wake up in the morning. Another thing that you should do when you first wake up in the morning is drink a glass of 8 ounces of just room temperature water. I kind of go for this big guy because I really want to get a lot of water in to flush out my system and kind of wake up the digestive system. And plus we've been sleeping all night, so it's a perfect time to hydrate yourself for the day, and just helping your immune system feel strong by being hydrated for the day. So once you've done your meditation and breath practice, hydration, I also recommend doing some sort of journaling activity, whether you're journaling thoughts about the day or actually even gratitude is something even better. So in this guide, I actually talk a lot about focusing your time and attention to having gratitude. And I actually recommend some specific practices in here. But during the time of unknown, especially if you're having a lot of fear, it's a wonderful time to reflect on all the things that you do have. And so that could be a roof over your head, that could be access to food, clean water, family, friends, your health if you're feeling really healthy, your car, your job, all the things that you currently have right now, getting in touch with those and realizing what a blessing it is to have all of those things. Right now, if you have access to clean water and food and you are feeling healthy, those are a luxury. So it's really great to shift our attention and our focus to the things that we do have. And then also in that space, after you've kind of connected with that, it opens up your mind to being in a more positive space to start to focus on all the things that you want to bring into your life or create or have clarity around. So I highly recommend incorporating some sort of daily practice of gratitude, and along with some sort of journaling practice if you need. Now, the gratitude practice can be done with family and friends. You can have a little text group or call each other. You can also take a gratitude walk outside, or even just write down gratitude thoughts and put them in a jar and read them on a rainy day. So that's another beautiful way to kind of learn how to manage the fear. But the main exercise I really want to talk to you about in this guide on page 5 is actually walking yourself through the fear. Now you can do this in the guide, writing out on paper in your journal, or you can also do this with a friend. The thing is we want to get the fear out, because when we are sitting and thinking about fearful thoughts, our brain by default wants to ruminate on these thoughts. So it just will loop the same thoughts over and over and over again. And what happens when we're in a fearful state, we just keep dramatizing the fear, and we become so scared of the thing that we keep thinking about that we just put ourselves in this fearful, paralyzed state. So when you are getting into that moment where you're starting to overthink and really kind of be in a fearful space, I highly recommend sitting down to do this exercise on page 6. So the first question it asks you is, what are you most afraid of? And so I'm giving you space and permission to talk about your fear, talk about what you're most afraid of, either talk about it with a friend or write it out. When we write something out, usually that energy kind of leaves our body onto the paper. And then when we can have a chance to actually look at what we're afraid of, it may not be as scary as we thought, and it also maybe just feels better because it left our mind and our body. Now, the second question is what you're afraid of true? Now, I know what most of us are afraid of right now, fear of our finances, fear of our health, fear of our well-being. Those are all very valid fears right now. So I'm not saying that those fears are not true. What I'm saying is that when we're talking about the thoughts getting in that rumination period, sometimes we can dramatize things into a space where things have never even happened yet or aren't even true. So it's good to just get that grounding piece of writing out, is this true? And if it is true, write it out. What's true about it? And then the next question on there is, what's the worst case scenario if this were to happen? So this is really designed to help you walk yourself through that scary part. So for example, if you have a fear of maybe losing your job, let's say that the worst happens, that you lost your job, then the next thing is, okay, what is it that you do? Okay, file for unemployment. Okay, what's the next thing from there? Connect with family and friends that can support you. Great. What's the next thing from there? Okay, looking for other jobs or looking for other ways to figure out income, or looking at your budget, seeing what you need during this time. So really just, again, being brave enough to walk yourself through the worst case scenario will actually allow you to see what it really looks like and what solutions you have to walk yourself through that. And that's actually the next question is, what are some solutions that you can do that are going to help you through this process? So it's a really beautiful exercise. And again, you have access to it. It's the free download for the self-care guide. I highly recommend getting this, sharing it with your family and friends, and just really connecting into what kind of routine that you can do every day where you can get that self-care time so that you can take care of your mental and your physical well-being every single day. Because it's so important for all of us now more than ever to be happy, grounded, and healthy and living our lives with intention, living our lives with purpose, and all coming together to serve each other. So thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I'm so grateful to be here in this space, and I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll talk to you soon.